Hey, welcome to our course. So I am so glad that you have joined us for the semester, and I want to use this introductory video to both introduce myself as well as give you a chance to get a feel for the course that we plan to take together. So Technology Futures is an interesting course. It should be a course that is relevant for you regardless of what area of study or focus that your career is currently in, because every one of our lives and hopefully every one of our career plans has a future. And so this course is intended to help us be really purposeful about ways in which to think about and to plan for the future. Oddly enough, though it is something that has existed since people have existed, it's not something that people have been particularly good at, and that is knowing and understanding the future. So it makes for an interesting area of study and worth our time. So with that little narrative on the side, you can now sort of ignore me in the corner, and I'm going to walk through the elements of the course with us together. So at present, we're on what might be called the course homepage. And there is some narrative here for you, as well as some links. By the time you look at this, I will have put the link to this video in here. So I've provided for you perhaps 11 things to help get you started. As part of that, one of the first places that I suggest you go relative to looking at the content of the course and such is in this area called content. You find the table of contents here on the left. I would, if I were you, and encourage you to do that, and that is to go through the syllabus. You received a copy by email if you were enrolled in the course but a week ago or less. And so you have the copy, but I encourage you to look through the syllabus to make sure you're understanding the elements of this course. I don't think there's any surprises in there, but there are things that I want to make sure that you're familiar with. The next piece that you'll find in this item is called the schedule. The schedule I have laid out for the course in this fashion, and the schema of our schedule will be that courses or materials for the course will be due on Mondays and Fridays, and it will be due at 9 a.m. So not end of the day, but 9 a.m. on Monday and 9 a.m. on Friday. So every week through the whole semester, essentially you have, other than one or two times in here, you have one assignment that's due on Monday and one assignment that is due on a Friday. So 2 assignments per week. And things are spread out through the semester in that fashion consistently. So begin now to build that into your thinking about the timetables you have for this course. I try to lay things out such that you can work ahead if you know that you have challenges or particular time demands coming into your schedule. But Monday at 9 a.m. and Friday at 9 a.m. beginning even now this coming Monday. This assignment is one I had also sent to you in the email, but now you have it. I've tweaked a thing or two on here, primarily put in a rubric and so forth. But we will be getting going with that very quickly. So what I have done is I have placed in the schedule a link to the assignment portion of the item that is here. Know that that is perhaps not all the resources that are available for any given assignment. Some are, but not necessarily. So to take a look at things more completely, all the items that are linked here, other than really quizzes, can be found in the table of contents. So the then and now, for example, is there. It happens to just be a singular document. As it relates to the textbooks, I've provided links in here for you to be able to acquire the textbooks As I understand, some of you are now receiving or have received the Alec Ross book. Again, when you receive it, if you buy a fresh copy from a store or something, it'll have the red cover, but if not, it will still have a red cover. So in any case, the Alec Ross is a very recent publication, and I've incorporated it into the class, and I think it adds good value and dimension. The next piece that you find in here is the Foresight readings and such. There is, right at the beginning, a short video about these. And the way that it works is a few years ago, probably 3-4 years back now, I took a course at the University of Houston to obtain a certificate in what's called strategic foresight. And in the layout of that course, in this process of trying to understand how to do this thing called strategic foresight, or sometimes people call it futuring, when it was more of it, that was an in vogue word. But the notion is, and futuring, too many people, didn't understand it at all. They thought it was just glass ball gazing, when really there's some very purposeful process to doing this idea of forecasting or foresight, and that is to look ahead. And so to help us think through this in a linear way without me recreating some things, and there's some, I think, there are good materials that are here that are provided by the presenter of that program. And so each of the quizzes aligns with resources that are here. So as you take and prepare for one of those quizzes, take and watch this video, and it gives you a little bit of a walkthrough on how to use those resources in a prudent manner. Then there is the semester-long project called the Framework Forecast Project. And in forecasting, there's a variety of different methods that can be used, and we happen to use what is called scenario planning. So you will find that here, for example, in the first segment, it just will take you to that assignment, but if you come here, you'll see there's other resources as well as a sample. I have used this project now for 2 or 3 iterations, and I tweak things a little bit each time, but it actually is really quite good. And so I don't want to mess with something that's good. Some of these videos, if you go ahead, they are from last year. I'm going to go through some of them to make sure that they are capturing everything I want. So if you're watching a video and it seems as though it's instruction from last fall or something, and it's throwing you off, just let me know. But my intention is to update those over the semester, and rather than withhold them from you, I wanted to put them all out there right now. And the last thing that you find over in this table of contents is some research help, and a good place to go, and you've already put you in touch with Ann Vogel from the library, so continue to use her and others in the library. Typically they are getting back to you within less than the day, so I encourage you to use the library and those people and resources to your benefit. Okay, so there's kind of the scoop of the course. I'm not going to go into anything else at this point. Start looking around and get ready, because the first assignment comes due on Monday the 12th already. So hopefully that helps. Glad to have you aboard. Let's take and make this success. One last thing, when I leave here, you'll find that some of you will have email questions or questions you want to email me. If you think there's a question that will be good for the overall group, take and use our discussion. And in here are places where you can post questions that perhaps other classmates are having. So if I know the answer, I'll respond. If you happen to know the answer of something you see someone asking, by all means feel free to respond. It isn't intended that I'm the exclusive source for the information. If we can help one another in a quick, timely fashion, by all means, don't hesitate. Give a classmate a response. All right, that's it. Take care. Bye-bye.